Welcome to the Giant Showcase. So glad that you are joining us today. We are spotlighting excellence in the arts, athletics, and academics within Marion Community Schools. With me is Mark Bowser. He is the Sales, Marketing, and Creative Development Director for Marion Community Schools, and he knows a little bit about everything that's going on. So I am so glad that he's going to be joining us today. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I am happy you're here, and boy, do we have some great stuff to share with folks today.
Great stuff as always, but today something really special.
Yeah, folks, this is a really big deal. I cannot wait to share it with you. But before I do, I want to let you know that today we are talking about a couple of things. It's kind of a theme, Mark. We're doing life readiness, right? And giving thanks because the holidays are right around the corner, right?
Gotta give thanks. And so we go around the district and we want to show the community all of our giant family.
And which is so important. You know, folks, I want to let you know that throughout this entire show, you are going to get to see a sneak peek, if you will, of what's happening in all of the different grade levels throughout Marion Community Schools. So I know some of you just tuning in might be flipping through the channels. Stay with us. It's worth it. I promise you don't want to go anywhere. And Mark, before we tell them the big ta-da news, I want them to see a video.
Right, about academics.
Yes, so this video is about academics. It's going to give you a really neat overview of some of the exciting giant news that's happening within Marion Community School systems. Take a look at this, and then we'll talk about that great big news here in just a second.
We are thankful for our Little Giants families and students. Thank you for choosing Marion Community Schools, and Merry Christmas.
Our Marion High School Quiz Bowl team is thankful to have finished second in the Quad County Quiz Bowl tournament last year and to have qualified for the state finals.
And now we have Hall of Distinction member Dave Tippy as our Quiz Bowl coach.
Woo! We're thankful for Francis Slocum's Book Club.
We are thankful for the Giant Bistro.
We are thankful for the parents and families at Allen Elementary School. We are thankful for the dedicated teachers and staff, and most importantly, we are thankful for all of the students that we love dearly. So those are the things on behalf of Allen Elementary that we are thankful for this year.
We are thankful for the Justice Robotics team and Mrs. Miller.
I am thankful for the teachers of Marion High School for teaching me the knowledge and skills that I needed to score a perfect score on the ACT, one of 2,000 in the country.
We are thankful for Indiana Wesley readers.
We're thankful for our welding class at the Marion Regional Career Center. We are thankful for our parents, students, and staff here at Riverview.
We're thankful for the book club and Justice and Mrs. Persinger.
We are thankful for the students and families at McCullough.
We're thankful for the Marion Regional Career Center IT class.
We are thankful for our Little Giants teacher. We're thankful for being students at Francis Slocum.
We are thankful for Mu Alpha Theta math competitions and Mr. Porter.
We're thankful for the athletic training class at Marion Regional Career Center.
We are thankful for our teachers and principals at Riverview.
We're thankful we can mentor kids at Francis Slocum.
Through Kids Hope.
We're thankful to be in Justice by Newspaper Club.
We're thankful for the Marion Aviation Program.
We're thankful for Francis Slocum Robotics Club and Miss McAdams.
Was that not amazing to get to see some of the great things that are happening within Marion Community Schools? You know, Mark, some of the things that stood out to me, the Little Giants.
Yeah.
It's an incredible program.
Great program, great leadership there.
And then, you know, also the Quiz Bowl, which we've talked about.
Year out.
Success, nonstop, right? And then you have the giant, the giant bistro in there, which remember
the Marion Regional Career Center, which is
oh my goodness,
which is something really special that nobody else offers around here.
Within Marion Regional Career Center, they can learn how to weld,
Yeah.
They can learn how to cook like the Giant Bistro, right? And professional restaurant food service, right? They can learn to fly a plane.
I know, can you believe it?
That's amazing.
And the graphic design, I mean, you know, I couldn't have built CSA without Don Darga, who's a graphic designer. And I can't stress enough how important graphic design is. It really casts your vision. And we do that throughout Marion Community Schools now, and it helps one's self-esteem. But like welding, for example, we have one of our students that was a welder who's now getting 6 figures.
Wow.
They don't go to college. That's just who they are. This is their passion. So that's what our job is to find a child's passion and let it soar.
I am so glad that you bring that up because, you know, we kind of shared with folks that there's a really big announcement that we need to share.
Yes.
And why don't we jump right into it?
Okay.
Right, okay, because I can't stand it anymore. I got to share this with you. It's such great news. Okay, so I have this handy little graph that's going to pop up on your screen here in a minute. And I want to share with you a little bit. This is from the Indiana Department of Education, and this is a press release. So I'm going to share with you some of the highlights from it. Marion High School is a state leader in college and career readiness. Now, what does that mean?
Well, it means that we prepare kids better than any other school in the state of Indiana for college. We have kids that come in and start as a junior, and their grade point average transfers to that university. We have kids that are sophomores and juniors, and the amount of money we help save our parents and what we do for those kids is extraordinary.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to share a little bit more here. You're looking at your screen right now, and you're seeing a graph. Now, Marion High School, according to the Indiana Department of Education, ranks 89.2% on the scale of preparing students for college and career readiness. And there's some incredibly highly esteemed schools, very noteworthy schools throughout the state of Indiana. You see Carmel is the next highest at 83.73%. Fort Wayne's Carroll is at 72.23%, and all the way down to Zionsville, Hamilton Heights. You see Marion is at 89.29% placement for college career readiness. Now, why is that so important? Because that number...
We're really, we're not competing against county schools. We're not competing against really those schools. Those are all fine schools. They're all fine schools. We're competing against ourselves. Our mission is for those kids and those parents to have a lifelong ready success. And it starts from Little Giants all the way through. So imagine you're a parent and your child graduates from Marion High School and they start as a junior. And you go, I can't believe the money I just saved.
Right.
And their GPA is so high. And the success rate of what we churn out year in, year out, we've been doing this for over a century.
Yes.
And the statistics are undeniable. You know, we churn out people. If you go to our Marion High School and you go down the Hall of Distinction, you go, Dave Liniger, the founder of Remax, who's this billionaire, went there.
We're going to show that later, that Hall of Distinction.
Oh, great. That's terrific. But you go through there and you see the success stories that come out. Last year, you know, Truman Bennett, one of 18 people in the world to get a perfect score. He's a junior at Purdue.
Right. He started
as a junior.
As a junior
in
at
his
Purdue.
first year, right?
Right.
And I think Anne-Marie Conrad, I think, is a senior.
Yes.
In her first year, which is, I mean, this happens year in, year out. This year, Elizabeth Wortley, one of our students.
I have information on that. I want to share that with folks. So I have a press release. This is hot off the press, really. It is. Actually, the copy machine, but it's, anyway. Yeah. This is really exciting. And I want to give a big congratulations to Elizabeth Wortley. She scored a perfect score on the ACT test.
One of 2,000.
One of 2,000 in the country. And I have some statistics here. And to give you an idea, only 0.1% of the test takers actually ever accomplish that. It means basically that out of 10,000 test takers, only 10 could be expected to earn a perfect score on that ACT test. And from the ACT Chief Executive Officer, Martin Rorda, a note of congratulations was sent on Ms. Wortley's behalf, and it said that this was an exceptional achievement. So I just want to kind of let that sink in for a minute. So as we share with you that Marion, in the career and college readiness ranking system in the state, is the leader in the state, that then you look at the accomplishments that Elizabeth Wortley and so many of the other students that we were just mentioning that they have done. It's pretty impressive to see how Marion is working so hard to really pour into our kids so that they are ready, whether they go on to pursue higher education or jump right into the career field. They, Mark, are ready, for life.
And that's, you know, when I did the Community School of the Arts, it wasn't for the money. It was to give back, and because I was blessed to have great teachers. But I'm going out to Los Angeles soon to see some of my students.
Can we talk about that in a minute?
In the arts section,
We're going to talk about that in the arts.
That's what I'm saying, is our mission is this life ready. It's, you know, you see the college stuff, which is fantastic. Not every student is going to go to college. That's why we have the Marion Regional Career Center that trains them that way. So we have all different paths of success at Marion Community Schools. And couldn't be any more proud of that statistic. In fact, we put that online last night, and to see the alumni and what they're saying and what they've done, you know, we're going to get more and more stories that we'll be able to share with you in the community.
You know what, Mark, we need to pause for a really quick break. But when we come back, we're going to share some more Giant news with you. We've got some really neat things to share with you pertaining to our JROTC group. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more Giant Showcase. We'll see you in just a moment.
We will never fully understand what we've asked of you or your families, asking you to put yourself in harm's way to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep you secure for the rest of your life. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
We are thankful for being North Central Conference and sectional tennis champions.
And individually, they were all first-team North Central Conference.
We're thankful to be on the Marion Lady Giants basketball team.
We are thankful for the support of our community, and we are the defending state champions of Indiana.
We are thankful to be on the Marion Giants men's golf team.
We're thankful for being on the Marion Lady Giants volleyball team.
We're thankful to be on the Marion Giant baseball team.
We're thankful for the community and honoring our color guard.
We are thankful for being on the Marion Lady Giants tennis team.
We're thankful to be on the Marion Giants track team.
We're thankful to be on the Marion Lady Giants soccer team.
The Marion Giants soccer team is thankful to win our 10th sectional championship, thanks to Coach Berry.
We are thankful to be on the Marion Giants swim team. We're thankful to be on the Marion Giants football team.
We are thankful to be on the Marion Giants ladies golf team.
We're thankful for basketball and justice.
We're thankful to be on the Marion Giants wrestling team.
We are thankful for being on the Marion Lady Giants softball team.
We're thankful to be on the Marion Giants basketball team and coached by Hall of Famer James Blackman.
We are thankful for Giant basketball season ticket holders.
We are the JROTC Raider team. We are thankful for the support we get from our community. We are the state champions. We are on our way to the national championship.
Giants fly, never die!
How amazing to see the Giant success within the Marion Community Schools athletics program. Mark, wow, from the tennis team and the championships there to the JROTC.
Yeah, and you want to talk about JROTC.
I do. You know what? Let me share this with you right now because we have some national news that we want to share with you on that. You know, the U.S. Army just ranked Marion High School JROTC within the top 10 in the nation. Let that sink in. The top 10 in the nation. Let me share a little more with you. So the Lady Raiders are ranked 6th best female Raider team in the nation. And then our male Raider team is ranked 10th best in the nation. And they also, the Lady Raiders, they also placed 5th in the physical team test. So this is huge. This is an extraordinary thing to see both the male and the female Raiders placing so high, Mark. and they're top 10 in the nation.
Well, obviously that's a huge honor.
Yes.
And you come to our school and you see the great leadership that they have there, and the passion that the leaders have. But to see those kids in uniform and the discipline, and some of them come from great families, some of them come from rough families, but they learn a discipline and a respect that is so inspiring to people. My son's in the Air Force now, and that means a lot to me, to see that kind of respect for our country, and we have it right there at Marion.
Yeah, in the video that we played to open this segment of the show, you got to see a little bit about what the color guard. You got to see some of our JROT team people. And did you see the young man doing the rifle work? The way he flipped that? And how did he not drop that?
He can do that all the time.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know what that is? That's practice.
It's practice.
And dedication.
That's right.
And hard work.
That's what all of our athletics are. Again, you brought up tennis, but
yes.
Again, great leadership, Coach Porter, and they were all conference, the sectional champion, and their entire team, 7 players, were all first team, all conference.
Yeah.
And Riley Warland, who's our senior, was all state.
Individually, each player was accomplished on their own, and then as a team, as a whole as well.
Right. And boys soccer, same thing. Their 10th sectional championship with Coach Barry.
Wow.
And so this is a feeder system that these coaches work on. Our football is significantly better than it was in the past. Our girls soccer is always good. Our girls basketball is much better than it was last year. But again, this is about our relationship with the Boys and Girls Club, our relationship with the YMCA.
Yes.
It's a lifelong ready, way to go, here we go, and get it college ready. So when you look at our history, we've had All-Americans like Jay Edwards.
Yes.
And we've had John Suter, who's an All-American, and you have Trina Keys at Notre Dame. Every year for a century, we've been churning out these great collegiate athletes. So James Blackman, everybody knew about James at IU, and now his brother VJ is going to play for IU. So Reggie Jones is playing out there, and our kids just keep going at the collegiate level and play. But the world readiness, a lifelong issue. Go to our Athletic Hall of Fame, which is new at Marion High School.
Yes, you got to check that out.
And look at the history we have there. I mean, 3 Gallaghers that are all professional golfers, and you have Zach Randolph, one of the leading scorers in NBA history. You have Will Whitaker, who blocked for Hall of Famer Brett Favre. You have Ronnie Russell, one of the best bowlers in the world. And, it even goes back, Okie Miller played for the Chicago Bears and won the championship in the 30s. And in 1926, we had a graduate, Charles Stretch Murphy, who's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. We've been doing this for a century.
You have, speaking of Hall of Fame, I don't know, folks, did you happen to pay attention in the video? You actually were seeing a sneak peek of the Hall of Distinction that was just completed within Marion High School. Mark, can you share with us a little bit about that Hall of Distinction? We've mentioned it previously, but now that folks have had a chance to see it.
Yeah, well, I want to tell you, the Hall of Distinction was done last year, and that's to honor kind of our academic all-around people. Our Hall of Fame was just completed, and I think that's what you might be talking about.
Thank you for correcting me, yes.
And so both are relatively new. We implore you and beg you to come, and you will have great pride. We love nothing more than watching our kids go through those hallways and dreaming that someday they're going to be up there.
Well, we do need to pause for another break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about the arts and some of the exciting things that are going on there, and Mark's going to share about some students that are actually out in LA. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more Giant Showcase in just a moment.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Okay, Josh, do your stuff.
Okay, people, you know the drill. Canned foods only, guys.
Sometimes you gotta live what you believe up in your arms, 'cause that's where it starts. Right here with you and with me. What the world needs now is love.
Generosity. Pass it on.
A little help from up above.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
You're watching WSOT with family programming you can trust.
Welcome back to the Giant Showcase. We're spotlighting excellence within the arts, athletics, and academics. On today's show, we've been talking about life readiness and also learning a little bit about what we're thankful for within Marion Community Schools. And, I have with me Mark Fauser. He is sharing with us some exciting things that's going on in the arts department right now. We've got a video. We're going to play this here in just a second. And, you know, as we've been talking today about Marion being ranked top in career and college readiness within the state of Indiana. And for those of you who are just tuning in, that's some really giant news that we want you to be aware of, that the Indiana Department of Education ranked Marion High School at 89.29%. That is the top ranking in the state of Indiana when you compare to all other schools in the state of Indiana. So that's huge. And so we are super thankful for that. And Mark, we've got a video that deals with the arts program, which is very robust.
Yeah, it is. I want to tell you just about what you're talking about, college readiness.
Yes.
Two of our art students, China Fry and Audrey Waltz, back-to-back years led Purdue University in their promotional videos.
Oh.
So they extracted the best artists they had, and that was two of our students, to promote their campaigns. So that they were voices for Purdue. So again, we do it in all fields.
Yes, that's, you know what, why don't we play that video real quick
Hey,
and
that
let
sounds
folks
good.
see?
About all of our kids around the district? Sure, let's do it.
So take a look at this.
Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face.
We are thankful to the Marion High School Alumni Association for the check that they've gifted us for our participation in the arts in the park.
We are thankful to be a part of the McCullough Jazz Choir. We're thankful for Circle of the State and Mrs. Porter.
Wow. Wow. This check is from the Marion High School Alumni Association. Just wanted to say on behalf of Allen Elementary, our great students, our great staff, our great parents, that we thank the Marion High School Alumni Association on behalf of the Gardens at the Park. We definitely appreciate all that you all do, the community partnerships, and how much you put back into Allen Elementary. So thank you.
I am so thankful for Marion Community Schools Alumni Association, Arts in the Park, who gave us a check to help us make our arts program even better. Thank you.
We are thankful for being in the Circle of the State Kids Choir.
We're thankful for our visual arts class at Marion High School.
Were you as amazed as I was when I got to look at all the great things happening within the arts program within Marion Community Schools? You know, Mark, there were some really great performances that were happening at the Walton Performing Arts Center. Wow.
Yeah, terrific. Love those kids. I mean, I personally have known them for a long, long time, and it's just such a joy to watch them perform. And again, great feeder systems. When you talk about where our music program was and where it is today, you know, it starts at the top. Josh works with all of the different teachers, but Kelly Bear and the Bear, her husband, you know, you saw all the numbers they had in that Justice video.
Yes.
And then it stays right with it at McCullough with Mr. Ways. and then, you know, they go up to the high school level, and boy, do they do a great job.
I'm so glad that you mentioned the band end of things. I have something else I need to share with you. This is pretty exciting. It's kind of a historical thing, if you will. We are very pleased to share with you that there are 2 Marion High School students that were selected for the Indiana Jazz Educators Association All-District Jazz Honor Band. That is actually the first time, Mark, I believe, that anything like that has happened. We've never had any students go and participate in that, correct?
Yeah, no, it's a nice collaboration that we're doing, and I think that's the way it should be. It's, you know, the arts is a loving, let's collaborate and get the best out of our kids throughout the county, and Marion sure has a ton of them.
You know, and the 2 of those that are going, Travis Metzger and Mayoan Bowen, are both going to be going and playing with the Indiana Jazz Educators Honor Band. And that's going to be coming up soon. And I understand that the opportunity is very great for them to grow as musicians and to just really get a foot up and get into that direction that we were talking about earlier about being career and college ready. So, you know, Mark, another thing that stood out to me within the arts program was the different theatrical performances, like Bye Bye Birdie. That just happened,
terrific.
right?
Yeah, Marsha Vermillion's great, you know, great artist, great, and the kids were terrific, and they do high quality shows, and Bryce Conway is doing a wonderful job, and our music, you know, from Christina Huff, they win ISMA Gold all the time now. It's like we're getting used to that, which is probably the way it should be. But yeah, great leaders, great teachers, and then of course our accredited art school, Community School of the Arts.
I'm so glad you bring that up. Tell me a little bit about CSA, Community School of the Arts, that they are now accredited.
Yeah.
They did, when that program, which you were instrumental in getting that developed and built up, before it was ever affiliated with Marion Community Schools, you were involved with that.
Right, no, I tried with every superintendent, but I think Katie Morgan's the one who was able to put it over the top and make it a reality. And the beauty of that is now we're getting students from out of the state coming to the program. So it benefits Marion Community Schools, but it also benefits Marion CSA.
Now, if I don't know anything about the accreditation element, if I've just now heard this for the first time, what does that mean for our students?
What it means is you can focus on your passion in the arts. So you will do some online work, or you can be taking some classes at Marion Community Schools, but your primary focus is on the arts. And so again, you know, if that's your passion, this is the place you want to be, because you can focus, you can do that morning, noon, and night.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Mark, I think that we are out of time for today's show, but, you know, I've really enjoyed, I know, it goes so fast, doesn't it? I can't believe how fast it flies. You know, I'm so excited to be able to share some of the giant successes that's happening within the school. It's something that the students have had to work so hard for, and the faculty and the staff have just poured their time and just effort and energy into those students, and it's showing.
It is, and you know, now's the time to be thankful, and we have a lot of shows that we would like you to see, and we'll put that up there, but we're thankful to you for allowing us to be here and showcase our giant work and our kids. That is our life.
And we're thankful that you stayed and watched the show with us today. We hope that you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Giant Showcase.